Hello, audio amigos. I'm trying a slightly different format today where we're just gonna do the audio recording because, let's face it, the video quality isn't the best and you probably can't see what I'm talking about anyway. The other day there, at the weekend, I bought Titan's Return Voyager class Galvatron from Smith's Toys Superstores. Don't really know if it matters where I bought it from, but that's where I got it. That's where I've been having the best luck, really, with Titan's Return. Well, I say that. It's where I saw the biggest and shiniest things. I got a wee rewind from Forbidden Planet, and that was worth it, because, that was, the weekend of, the hype. That was, oh my god, the UK has the Titan's Return Wave 1, I need to get something, I need in on this, because this is kind of, the first time that I personally have been active in the fandom and aware that, stuff is on the shelves, in my lifetime, because I've only recently, within the last year, been active really on Twitter and Instagram and all those places, and I've kind of just been following along before that. I didn't get Combiner Wars when it first hit. I'm not even can't even remember what my first foray into Combiner Wars was. Was it I think it was Rodimus, the Wii Legends guy. God knows which wave that is, and God knows when that hit the UK. But the point is, Titan's Return is my first got the toy, gonna talk about it on the internet, gonna have a good time, and it's been going well. So I got wee rewind from Forbidden Planet. That was cool. And then the Toys R Us near me had the Titan Masters, and I got Nightbeat and Crash Bash, I think it is. I'm confused because I don't know who he is. I have no idea. I've never seen him in fiction, so the name won't stick. Also, his name was Squeeze Play originally, and that's a far better name, people. Children Be Damned. That's a great name. But yeah, Smith's was, to get back on topic, it had Voyagers, and it had the Leaders, the Leader class toys, and oh my god, those Leader class toys! I had no idea they were so gorgeous in person. I've been seeing them for weeks and months now on the Instagrams and Twitters of the world. Sorry, I'm just burping. But yeah, I didn't get the size across from those photos, and I didn't get the glory of them. I was just staring at Powermaster Optimus Prime's face for 5 minutes. It was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. Settled for Galvatron though, because I'm not paying prices right now. I'm gonna wait for a sale or for a special family occasion to get a Leader class toy. But Galvatron, well worth it. I don't know, because they didn't have much choice. They didn't have any of the wee Titan Masters. I've not even seen the deluxes in person in Scotland at all. I'm sure if I drove around the place, I probably would. But in my local area and local hangouts, no deluxes, which is an absolute shame because I'd probably be straight in there for its Skull Crunch, the crocodile. I want the crocodile, and I don't know if the other animals are out in this wave, but I want Mindwipe, because, oh my god, I want Mindwipe. And, Wirewolf, I think he's called now. Weird Wolf, the wolf thing. The headmaster guy. But yeah, that is a damn shame. It's trying to get back onto track to Galvatron. Galvatron, he's lovely, he is. You all know the problem with him. You all know the head trouble, and the massive, just can't do anything with it cannon. But, apart from those things, he is absolutely lovely. In hand, I'm just going to play with him now while I talk. In hand, he just feels really good. He feels really chunky. He's got this, big super robot barrel chest that, it oozes just, confidence and evilness and barreliness. It's great. And, yes, his headmaster gimmick lets him down. But let's not forget, that gimmick is mad. His head is Megatron. That's great. That's fantastic madness that I can totally get behind. That's the kind of thing they should be doing. They should be because I know there's a lot of like like moaning out there that they made old characters into headmasters just to fit in with the gimmick of the line. And like, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Like, I've not seen any character that I don't like being a headmaster now, because it's not they're not going to be a headmaster in fiction. There's some beeps happening, but there's not going to be like they're not going to make like Megatron a headmaster in fiction unless they did in the comics. But I highly doubt that. Like I 75% doubt that. But in the toys, where they're like bringing back headmasters, which I love, because like headmasters is way before my time. Like, I was not alive for G1. I was a Beast Wars kid, and everything to do with G1 was like mythical lore to me. Like, I only like saw about it in toys that I found at car boots or in sticker album. This one sticker album that was most of like the 86 movie. I really missed that sticker album. That was great. That was a great sticker album. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, my experience of G1 was through like other means. Like, I may have seen the cartoon at some point on repeat on the BBC, but like, I only have vague memories at that point of like the opening. And Headmasters is this like mystical thing to me, because not only is it from the past, it's from the past in the future. It's like, I know what G1 is vaguely, like I did at the time anyway, and I've seen it all now. But is like Headmasters is like G1 stuff even weirder. I'm not gonna say jumping the shark, because like I imagine, because like those gimmicks like after the first like three seasons of the cartoon where they delved into Headmasters and Target Masters, they're awesome, but they are a bit weird when you look at them, like especially in the cartoon when it was like aliens wearing power suits that turned into heads, and the Autobots just removed their heads, and like that doesn't work. I mean, what I've seen of the Japanese stuff where like the Headmasters are just other like Transformers, and the bodies are like mech suits, Transtectors. I'm going to be saying that word a lot because I like it, and I'm probably saying it wrong. But yeah, that's my point. All that stuff is weird, mythical stuff to me, and I like it. So the fact that they've brought it back in toys is super cool. It's probably not as cool as the Combiner Wars gimmick was, because combining robots is the best, and combining Transformers Scramble City style is damn awesome. I've got a Defensor, and well, it's kind of an amalgamation of like Optimus Maximus and Bruticus right now, because Onslaught's plugged in because I want to show off Onslaught, but I don't have the Combaticons because I've not really seen those Combaticon Deluxes in Europe. It seems like Europe gets screwed a lot of the time on waves, or at least distribution in Scotland does. Scotland. Yeah. What was I saying? Something about Headmasters. Headmasters are mythical. Mythical to me, at least. I've got Brainstorm over there. I got him from Toys R Us last year, and he seems like a kind of perfect prototype for this line. Like, he's got a different Headmaster, obviously, but like they tested the waters with him, and it's just cool, you know. It's like you've got like, it doesn't necessarily work because like the key part of the thing is the head, and if the character got like shot in the head, like sniper death, and that'd be game over. But in toys, like it adds like an extra little like fun level of play pattern to it, because you can be all like head on, head off, and like you take the head off, and like some of them have like, I assume all of them probably have cockpits, or at least a place for them to stand. Galvatron in his jet mode has a perfect little cockpit that like perfectly evokes like R-Wings and like 80s starfighters, and like it's just cool. It doesn't necessarily work on Galvatron though, because what they've done is made him Megatron, which is cool. That's a great idea, but that means that the head is mostly grey, and to avoid that, they've got a wee flip-up gimmick. If you pop open his barrel chest, it flips open a little mask, and I love masks. Masks are one of those just enigmatically, I don't know, I'm just saying words, cool things, like Majora's Mask, the masks from Crash Bandicoot. What I'm saying is I liked masks as a kid. Also, the program Mask, I should probably watch that more. People really like that for some reason. Probably the designs and the show itself. But anyway, the Headmaster, the face mask, doesn't work. Like, it's a cool reveal. You pop open the chest, you flip it open, and he's like, I am Galvatron. And then, if you look at him from any angle other than on the front, it just looks really naff. Also, it stops the head having any kind of movement, other than if you move the head, it would be out of alignment with the mask, because the mask doesn't move. I'm kind of okay with this. Like, it's not great, but I'm kind of okay with it, because in my own personal headcanon, this headmaster represents Megatron, and Megatron has been a head a few times, like in animated, like he was just a head. And I can believe that this like headmaster is from a continuity where Megatron's head, after he was like wrecked, was made into a headmaster. And then they went on to make like a transector that was Galvatron, or maybe they made a transector from Galvatron, because you know that Galvatron is from 16 different dimensions and time periods, so there's probably hundreds of his bodies just kicking about, ready to Frankenstein into a mech unit. So, like, you can even like reinforce that, because you don't have to have the mask deployed, and if you don't, it just looks like Megatron's wearing Galvatron's body, and he can look about, because the gimmick works then. Also, the head is like a mix between Megatron and Galvatron. It's mostly Galvatron, but it kind of more evokes Megatron because it's all grey, and it's a little stubby because they couldn't make the headmaster have big protruding horns like Galvatron would. So I'm sure if you painted his head purple, everything would be fine. And also there is, of course, all those third-party websites that I'm sure are springing to build a new head for him. Also, I see 8 Faces Headmaster transformation works perfectly for Galvatron, or Tarn that I've been hearing about. I've not read more than Meets the Eye that much. I've only a couple trades in, and I read it a couple months ago, and I've kind of forgot most of it. Not to say it's bad, but I do like it. That's my mum back, so bye. Well, I'll probably keep talking. Hey, Mom! I'm just doing a video of the now. I'm just doing a video of the now. I have tied it up. You'll be proud of me. You'll be proud of me. See you in a bit. I'm just going to finish. Sorry? I'll move the table, don't worry. That was my mum. I'm probably not going to stop, because I was on quite a roll there. I was on quite a roll talking about toys. What was I saying? Galvatron. Galvatron really works. Like, I really enjoy him. The other big bummer, just saying that he works, but the other big bummer is the giant cannon that he has, which would be inappropriate if he didn't have a giant cannon, because he's Galvatron, you know, he has to have that cannon. It's not a fusion cannon, it's probably something like a plasma cannon. It's a cannon. It's cool. It's like a big translucent purple long thing. It looks like the cannon. It works kind of perfectly in his cannon mode, what we'll get to in a minute. But on robot mode, it stores on his upper arm on a 5mm peg hole, and it looks good when you just have him standing around. But you can't really do much with it because it's just too stupidly comedically big. Like, you can hold it up. There's not a problem with the looseness of the joints or anything. It just looks dumb. It just looks dumb everywhere. And like it's got moving parts and everything, but they don't really contribute to a natural look. I'm fine with that. Like, Galvatron's like a big dumb character with a big dumb like cannon. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I'd like it to be better, obviously, but I can have fun with it. A lot of the time I just kind of set it to one side and play with that without the cannon, because he's a madman that like kills people with his bare hands, or threatens to anyway, so it doesn't bother me. I'm going to move on to his body now, because I promised myself I'd just go through all the individual bits. The phone's ringing, but I'm sure my mum will get it. He's got a big, lovely Decepticon sigil symbol on his upper chest, well, his pecs, really, right slap bang in the middle of the toy. It's gorgeous. One of the best kind of like little, well, it's not even little, it's a sizable faction logo. It's one of the best ones I've ever seen. It's right above his like pecs window, where he has these like scientific greeble peck things. Maybe they're missiles, maybe they're reactors. I like to probably think they're reactors, because they're because like Galvatron's like a powerhouse, you know, he's like a big powerhouse, mad, killy Decepticon. He has this, I don't know what you'd call it, crotch armor, pelvis plate, that has 3 little circles on it that I think are meant to represent, like, guns or something. Guns, I say, because these are Titan Masters, and there's this vague sense that these are giant, colossal Titan bodies that the normal-sized characters are combining with, but I mean, that's cool. It works as a play pattern within the Twilight itself, but, like, I mean, you put these next to, like, your other toys and they're normal Transformer-sized. I mean, on their own, that's cool. I love, like, little greebly details like that. He's got them on his feet as well. They're probably meant to be vents or engines, but to me, they're like shoe Vulcans. Like he's some sort of Gundam that has, like, Vulcan cannons in his feet, and when he, like, kicks people, he shoots them. And that's something Galvatron would do, right? That is... I like that. I like it. I think he's got them somewhere else. I don't know if it's on his butt or... But yeah, the fact that he's got extra armaments in silly places really appeals to me. Posability on him is pretty good. It's a wee bit limited. Like, he's got double-jointed elbows, but they don't really do much other than, like, curl up for transformation, and they don't look natural, or... I mean, they might look natural, but they don't look natural for the character. They don't, like... They don't seem powerful or, like, organic in any way. And Galvatron was one of those kind of post-movie designs that were very curvy and very, like, very human, you know, very animation first. And, it doesn't really look that good. He's also got his tank treads hanging off the back, and they probably limit stuff a bit, but again, they evoke kind of samurai armor for me, and that's a plus. That gets me, you know, and that makes me happy. He's got these ratcheted hands that fold up for transformation as well, that Transformers have had for a wee while now. I've noticed them on a couple of the Combiner Wars guys. Don't really know why they're ratcheted or why they click, but that's cool. It's cool. His arms on the underside are hollow, and in photos that look god-awful. Like, just horrible. But I can, like, I don't know what the word here is, I'm failing, but I can say that they don't bother me. Like, they are fine. Like, they don't seem hollow. Like, it's maybe the way the light plays off them, or just the way there's, like, greebles inside the hollowness, but it doesn't get in the way of anything. It doesn't make him feel cheap or hollow, you know, even though he is. Like, I couldn't say that about a few Transformers. There are, personally, a few that just have hollow limbs that are just not fun to play with. They just don't feel right, you know. I know it's, like, cost-saving, but please stop with the hollowness. That said, backs of his legs are not hollow. They've got, like, little panels that fold over for the transformation. Also, I suspect that they're, like, also meant to double as, like, prisons, like you used to get on the big Super City toys, where you're, like, store, like, a little, like, mini-bot inside, like, not Ultraman, what's his face? Fortress Maximus's shin, because that's a prison. This is supported, I think, because there's, like, little holes that look like prison bars, and I can't really think of a worse fate than being imprisoned within Galvatron, because he is pretty mad, and I'm sure he'll be kicking a lot of people all the time. He's got wee skirt armor that doesn't do much, but it bulks him out, you know, makes his pelvis area more curvy. I'm just doing a video tonight, man. We'll get my Billy Beer later. Well, I'm just talking now. Be a wee while. You'll see me when you see me. I think so. Okay. This is a proud video. For proud people. What was I saying? Don't know about pelvises. Yeah. Galvatron. I think he's quite a success. He doesn't have double jointed knees, but it's not really a problem. You can kind of like get there with messing up the transformation, but you probably don't want to do that. You probably don't. I personally like this toy. I've not even gotten onto the alt modes yet. I really like the cannon mode. It just is the Galvatron cannon mode. I think that's a triumph. Like, it uses that big dumb cannon quite well. Like, it just works. Like, it's got the tracks. It's got storage space for the headmasters. He's got two little prongs on his back legs that put the Titan Master on. Just, it kind of stands awkwardly. You can mess it about so he's only standing on one prong, so he's actually facing the direction of the cannon. He's got some butt kibble that you can flip up so you can place the Titan Master Megatron. I think it's called Nucleon on the toy package, and probably to retain the trademark. But what was I saying? Yeah, you can place him directly on the butt kibble that will you can prongs out the way, and you can have him standing there more proudly, more commanding over the cannon. The other mode, because he's a triple changer, and that's awesome. Like, the fact that the Voyagers are all triple changers in a line with headmasters is fantastic. That's like cherry on top of the cake, you know. They're already giving you one gimmick, and they're giving you another one as well. Dead air. The jet mode, the spaceship mode, very lovely. Like I say, reminds me of like an R-Wing. Reminds me of like Brainstorm's just kind of splayed out feet and like cockpit nose. It really works because like he's carrying the whole cockpit on his backpack, and because of the shape of it and just the compact nature of it, it doesn't get in the way of anything. It doesn't really look too bad. I'm sure if you didn't want it, you could probably unpin it. I mean, that seems a wee bit mad, but you could definitely do that if that's something you wanted to get into. I really like Galvatron. Like, I really like him. He has those flaws, and like I'm sure a lot of people will not like them. I'm sure that'll break the toy for them. I'm sure like even the hollowness in the arms are probably enough for some people. I know they would have been for me had they not like came off so well, but and the head, like it's fine. Also, you will get like a third-party head at some point. You can use 8 base. You can just leave the mask unfurled. Like, you could paint the head. He works, I think. He's mad. He's a wee bit dumb. He's a wee bit insane. He also has shoulder things that I've failed to talk about. And all the joint tolerances are pretty fine, except for the upper legs, what are they called? Next to the pelvis, you know the ones I'm talking about. They need a wee bit tightening up with floor polish, I think, but it's only a touch, just so I can get like more solid poses out of him. And he has been good for the posing. Like he's been commanding. You know, I've had him up with Voyager Blixwing and the Fall of Cybertron Soundwave. They're 3 guys that look good together. I've not got many Decepticons as a thing, and he is now my de facto leader of my burgeoning Decepticon faction, but losing my train of thought. I like him. I really like him. I'm not just saying that to like justify him to myself, because it was a choice between. Well, it wasn't even a choice. Like they didn't have any other Voyagers other than Galvatron, and I'm really happy I did, because I've not really got much representation of like 86 movie characters or stuff beyond that. I've never had a Galvatron before. I've never had any of the sweeps or Cyclonus or that. I should probably pick up Cyclonus from Combiner Wars, because it's fairly cheap everywhere now, and I do need more Combiner Wars stuff. But yeah, it would look good together. Yeah, and that's probably what I'm going to go do now. That's what you've driven me to by making me think. But yeah, I think this has been a success. This has been me putting blue tack over the camera so I can just talk audioly, because it's weirdly hard to just upload audio. Like I tried to get like Movie Maker for Windows, and it just kept crashing, and it has ads that crash it, and anytime you press a button it crashes. That can't be right, can it? That can't be the right thing. Anyway, it's Billy Bear time, because oh my gosh, Billy Bear. I'll probably go get that today. I'll probably do more of these. I'll probably do another one for Rewind. That probably won't be as long, because well, he is a triple changer, but he's a wee. And he doesn't have as many issues. He's kind of perfect, apart from the things where he's not perfect. Should probably focus on Galvatron. Galvatron's great. I really, really like Galvatron. That's all I'm saying repeatedly now. I think I'm done. I think I'm waffled. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I've seen the Takara version. It's like a lighter purple, a lighter hue, a lavender color. It seems like it's got a lot better paint apps, and the Headmaster looks more like Megatron because I've actually painted it. But I don't know if I'm down to clown with that, like lavender. Like I really like the dark purple that the Hasbro one's casting. Like it's really just regal and like it's bold, you know. Like it's something about that chest, that barrel chest, that it just pops with the color and just the spattering, the blood splattering of red across him on his knees and those generators in his pecs. He's also got little fins on his arms. That's a nice touch. I like little robots with fins. I had a thing to say. The Headmaster kind of half work. Like the Headmaster's fine. I like the Headmaster gimmick, but like the implementation on Galvatron only kind of half works, and it's probably some personal taste. I've had a few other Headmasters in there. I've had Nightbeat, and that kind of reinforces my headcanon about the nightmarish nature of the Galvatron Transector, because when Nightbeat has this like screaming like I'm dying because I'm Nightbeat face, and like when you plug him into Galvatron and then put the face mask on, it looks like the body is torturing and like puppeting the Headmaster. It looks like this is some sort of Wing Zero like mind destroyer interface, and that's good because Galvatron's fiction after he dies in multiple continuities seems like weird stuff where he like takes over people or refuses to die or whatever the god awful explanation of microbes was in Transformers 4. Was he Galvatron in Transformers 4? Yeah, he was. It was Galvatron in Transformers 4. Goodness. I've seen that film like 3 times now because I hate myself, I think. But, yeah. Nightmarish nature. I've had, what's his face? Squeeze Play Crash Bash in there. He looks good. His purple doesn't match, but it pops in quite a nice way. He's got quite a smarmy face, so he's like, haha, I'm wearing Galvatron's body. It works. I'm probably going to get more Titan Masters. I'm really, really looking forward to 8 Face, because the man's called 8 Face. What other reason do you need to pick him up? Who else am I looking for? Braun's like, his little vehicle looks cool. It's got little tire treads, like it's one of those 40k guard armor tanks that they brought in a few years back. I don't need another Grimlock, but I do love the Crash Bash molds. That's probably going to be the best thus far Titan Master thing. Did I have a dream about there being a Titan Master swoop? Was that a fever dream? Why are they doing Dinobot? I don't know. Dinobot sell, I guess. I don't need that. Probably will get it. They're so cheap as the thing that I'll probably end up getting them all, and I really like the scale of the plate. It doesn't actually work as like these are meant to be human scale people, but it gives like a sense of it that I can get behind. It makes me feel good when I've got like a little Titan Master standing next to like a gigantic Galvatron or Grimlock, or I'm just looking around the room now to see other toys. Superion, the Energon Superion, when I've got like a wee guy standing next to him, I'm like, yeah, this is real, you know, this is the scale of things. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with Galvatron, pretty happy with Titan Masters that's happening. I know a lot of people are having production quality problems, and I've seen that on Twitter, but luckily thus far I've not really been affected. Crash Bash's hinge for his Tyrannosaurus head is a wee bit wobbly, that I feel like it'll probably go bad in the future, but right now having a lot of fun with him. So yeah, this has been 30 minutes of me waffling on about Galvatron. I kind of like this audio format. I'll probably find like an actual way to do this other than covering the camera with blue tack, but it seems weirdly hard just to do audio. And I'll get a microphone at some point because I'm sure this audio is not fun to listen to. But yeah, this has gone really well. I've talked a lot. I've got all of my points across. I don't think I've forgotten anything. I didn't bother to transform the toy because Galvatron's modes are quite simple and they're all pleasing. They're all good. They're all like just chunky, girthy, satisfying hunks of toy. Other than those mostly 2 big problems with them that resulted from mad choices that they made. But those are mad choices that are they're healthy choices, you know? They're like, we're going to make the best toy that we can make right now. We're going to make a Galvatron. Who's going to be his headmaster? Megatron? Yes. Get that man a raise. Unless he's already been fired, which would be sad, but... oh well. Thanks for listening. Goodbye!